Xylon Incorporation headquarters, where more than 5,000 employees used to do work on a daily basis, is looking ruined. Engaging and motivating employees is not only the top concern for the organization, but also companies have made the decision to protect their employees with an emergency work from home policy. Work gets done through people, and highly engaged employees result in increased productivity and enhanced business results. This is going to be the ultimate work scenario for many employees, which can be difficult for many managers to come to grips with. They may feel like they have no control over the situation or find that gaining a trust level with a remote team can be a bit of a challenge. Yet, it is the way of the future of the workplace, and managers need to adapt to make the situations work for everyone involved. What should managers do is the million-dollar question. Workforce related strategies geared towards recovery are best orchestrated by including insight on the 3 Ps: purpose, integrating the well being and contributions of individuals in the organization's mission and work; potential, for what can be achieved by individuals and teams; and perspective, with a focus on moving boldly into the future. Setting clear expectations. Everyone has a different idea of what doing something quickly or well means. Whether showing examples of what you expect to be done, calendar sharing, etc., make sure you have clear expectations from those you work with online. The more prepared they are, the better they can serve. Treat remote as local. Treat your remote people like they are local, and treat your local people like they are remote. Give remote people as much access to you as possible. Remember, your local people see you in the halls, eat with you at lunch, stop by your office, etc. The remote people don't have that access and can feel distant. Respond to them as quickly as possible. Make your local people set appointments. Engage regularly. Engage your remote workers on a daily basis through some kind of communication. Use multiple channels to communicate. Then plan a regularly scheduled face-to-face meeting. This can be weekly, monthly, or annually and could be combined with a training or coaching program. This constant interaction and engagement will help remote workers feel included in an important aspect of the organization. Schedule video-based coaching. We think it's incumbent, especially with virtual employees, to schedule time and look at one another when you are speaking. We use Zoom to work with our clients and our employees. If we do not schedule time or talk with one another and hopefully face to face, silence becomes very loud and dangerous, as remote employees might end up wondering how they are doing. Trust your team. Sometimes companies are not willing to embrace a remote workforce because there is an uncertainty about whether or not the work will get completed at the same level as if they were in the office. To combat this belief, set up work from home guidelines such as emails must be responded to within 24 hours, use text for urgent matters, and no calls between certain hours to make sure teammates are not working round the clock. Make it feel inclusive. Too often, it's easy to just relegate remote staff to secondary consideration. This can be overcome with virtual meetings and staff partnerships. Consider assigning remote staff with a local point of contact where communication and connections are valued. Do expect there to be a ramp-up period filled with clear steps, expectations, and check-ins to ensure the process is fully embraced. Filter for mission, values, outcomes, and role. Remote workers are often frozen out of regular office human interaction, so on-target over-communication is critical. Help them get aligned with mission, the values that truly matter to them, as well as the outcomes they love delivering to others and their natural role in any situation. This will keep them truly motivated and working with you longer and more productively. Have reliable tools first. If remote employees can download files, struggle hearing on a conference call, and consistently receive meeting invitations for times when they are still asleep, you have failed to address the basics. First, invest in reliable tools to make collaboration possible. Then develop clear processes to use such tools. Stay focused on goals, not activity. It is important to manage expectations and stay focused on goals when embracing a remote workforce. Don't worry as much about what is being done. Instead, concentrate on what is being accomplished. If we are meeting our goals, then great. If not, we need to look into the situation further. It is all about accomplishment, not activity. Be intentional. Create a remote workforce atmosphere of engagement and genuine connection. Be intentional in preparing and orientating employees for the remote workforce culture. Establish clear expectations. Make each team meeting count with intentional purpose and opportunities to engage and contribute in a variety of ways. Intentionality is an essential practice, particularly when we cannot readily see our people. Create a communication strategy. Managing a productive team remotely begins with a strategy for communication. First, arrange for the appropriate number of weekly formal report ins. Second, set guidelines about daily needs. Some people work better with a shopping list of questions and thoughts, while others like a trickle. An understanding of what is urgent will further mitigate inefficiency, allowing ultimate productivity. Avoid multitasking. Figure out how to avoid multitasking. Video conferences instead of phone conferences work well. Encourage people to stay in working mode and off email back and forth as much as is reasonable. Email trails with extensive reply all can be stifling on productivity. This tends to peak on Fridays as people are trying to move work off their plate. Send a note to whoever needs it, but send it early in the day. Connect their goals with yours. The world is shifting quickly to a workforce interested in learning and skills advancement rather than stability. Gone are the days of working for 30 years for the same company. Take a personal interest in teams' learning and life goals, and in the meetings, please often take a moment to connect their interests to the goals of the company. Engagement and performance stay much higher. Use technology to build community. Building community is important to developing an engaged remote workforce. Use technology to create dedicated spaces for celebrating special days, for example, birthdays, company milestones like months or years of service, as well as community recognition. Being intentional about creating community helps develop a corporate culture that inspires connection, which can result in increased productivity. Establish close bonds, help and support frequently. Empathize and appreciate their life by discussing family, commonalities, and shared beliefs. On the management end, check in frequently using collaboration tools, shared documents and spreadsheets, phone calls, chat, and video to invest in the relationship. Show you are supportive of their success by using inquiry to help them achieve their goals rather than check on their progress and numbers.